It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day and day 2 in Carlsbad Cliffs. I had put out the 911 and Terri and Gordon came to help today since we were so overwhelmed with all the excavating of the crabgrass and the diamondia and having to pull up all the flagstones and take out most of the plants and basically start this garden over. So we've made so much progress today and we are right on task. Terri pulled aeoniums from all over the garden and did this beautiful little aeonium row underneath these established agaves. It looks so good. We took some cuttings of the Euphorbia tirucali, sticks on fire, popped them in the little terracotta pot for a pop of color. We planted an Aluaudia procera back there in the corner. It does look amazing. And Gordon spent a lot of time weeding this downslope and planting a lot of agave, some aloe, just leftover plants, a little bit of jade and portulacaria. So, I'm thrilled. I've been wanting to do this for our client for the longest time, and I'm so glad we finally got to it. We are in the process still of shimmying these flagstones into place. Some of them are still a little wobbly, and that takes a lot of time. Miguel is coming tomorrow to help as well. So right now, as it stands, we've got...
Why don't you stand next to this again just for scale? The aloe tree model.
Oh gosh, yeah. Look at this thing. This Thrascii sand dune aloe. I bought this from Brandon Bullard at Desert Theater. I mean, it wasn't tiny when we bought it. It was I think it was a 24, but it did rot, and we had to cut it, harden it off, and reset it as a cutting about 5 years ago. So, hello. I think the planting is about 95% done. Remember, our client wanted to get away from, the thick plantings and just go more specimen. So this has been hard for me. As you know, restraint is not my favorite R. But the shark skin agave is stunning. I've never seen one so pretty, just completely unmarked. They burn so easily, but this is so happy here. We have such an agave collection, as you can see. We also introduced a lot of mangaves into this garden. Another challenge, we didn't want anything that was going to get too tall and block the view. Cullen moved the sago palm that was against the house in that little tiny flower bed over here. It looks amazing and really balances the sagos at either side of the property. Greg's working on lights, capping and redistributing a little bit of irrigation. The irrigation, it's still on pop-up because it's rarely ever used. Many, many years ago, this was a lawn, and it's been through a few iterations, but she rarely ever needs to turn it on, and when she does, it's just for a few minutes to spray things off. Oh, I also staged these barrels. We got a big 25-gallon bare root from Caesar at Sun Valley. I had 3 barrels here. These 2 smaller ones were down here, but I wanted a bigger impact against this giant aloe. So I did the giant one and 2 of the bigger ones that we had before, and then the 3rd bigger one I put over here on that side of the garden. Look at this Crassula argentea sunset. It's just absolutely glowing, and so we have pops of that yellow around the garden space. We're going to try some Aloe plicatilis. She had tried this plant once before and didn't have any luck with it, so I decided to put 3 together so that they could support each other. And we will hope, fingers crossed, that it's a go. There's no reason why it shouldn't thrive. Okay, we restaged our driftwood with a Aloe cameronii. We moved the Medio picta to the back corner. It looks so good. And restaged the bench, rehomed the perii, and this agave blue glow is actually a cutting. It was part of a giant stand. It looked such a mess, and Greg worked on it all afternoon, and I didn't have the heart to tell him that I didn't think it was going to survive. So that is just a cutting in a pot. And I've already warned the client. We'll see what happens. It might just surprise us, and it sure looks good right now. Yes, I've got, I found so many Cynthia Giddy in this garden, just buried underneath things and whatnot. So we popped a few stands of Cynthia Giddy in. This is we brought in 1 yard of soil in 3 cubic foot bags. So we had 9 bags of soil. So this represents a yard of mounded soil. I didn't want to go crazy with the mounds because I like the idea of the infinity edge here. Look at all the plant material we still have. She's going to have some lucky friends and neighbors, and we're not done yet. We still have pots to do. Terri, look what Terry's doing over here. Isn't that so stunning? Wow. Beautiful, Terri. Man, oh man, 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 man. So these were just a mess. It was kind of her garden of death, and the client would just put things in there that she didn't have the heart to throw away. So I thought it would be nice to do some special things for her. And I love the Cameronii in that terracotta. That looks so good. And then Cullen was busy over here. This is where the sago palm was, and it was just getting way too big for this window. So Cullen planted a red wing mangave, a Mission to Mars, a Cameronii, and is this Bad Hair Day? The little guy? That looks great. We'll top dress them tomorrow. And then here, in this little shady bed under the window, is an assortment of bromeliads from Waterwise Botanicals, a few agave cuttings, some cotyledon, a little crassula, and some what are those again? I'm blanking. This clivia. Some clivia that were here. So that looks fantastic. I'm hoping tomorrow to get this white pot planted for her. I would like also to do something better than whatever this is. I don't know what is happening there, but that is not cute. So something better in there. We'll do something nice in here. Yeah, and top dress, we're going to have to bring our top dressing rock down 1 bag at a time. And it's probably going to take a yard and a half to 2 yards. That's a lot of bags. But it's just the only way we can really do it. So there you have that. And that is it. So yeah, tomorrow we'll continue to set the stones. We'll start schlepping down the rock. I've got some black creva over here. I'll bring another bag from home tomorrow, and then this area I'll do all in black creva because the client's got some white shells, really pretty shells that I can stage on the creva, and that'll be a nice little contrast under the Thrascii. And yeah, the rest will be done in burgundy. I'm not going to do a multi-layer. I just want to keep it simple for her. So this is going to be a classic dialed in 2-dimensional rock treatment. Okay, for Team DFS and Carlsbad, this has been day 2 and your succulent tip of the day. Bye guys.